Hello and welcome to i-nastava. This is an English lesson for the third grade of high school. Our topic today is World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. My name is Ivana Štiglec and I will be your teacher today. In our today's lesson, you will analyze the challenges of cultural diversity and you will discuss the benefits and problems of different cultures living together. For our today's lesson, you will need your notebook, something to write with, and make sure to have internet access all the time. So let's start. To start with, I would like you to take a look at these quotes. Read them and rank them in order of personal appeal. Choose one quote which you find the most appealing. So pause the video lesson, read the quotes, and choose the most appealing. Now I would like you to analyze the quote that you have chosen. Pause the video lesson and try to answer the following questions. Have you ever heard of this person? In what situation do you think this quote was made and why? What do you think was motivating these people to make their speeches? Why does this quote appeal to you so much? Pause the video lesson and answer the questions. Did you know that 3/4 of the world's major conflicts have a cultural dimension? Bridging the gap between cultures is urgent and necessary for peace, stability, and development. In 2001, UNESCO adopted the Universal Declaration on Cultural Diversity, and in 2002, the UN General Assembly declared the 21st of May to be the World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. Let's explore this topic further. I would like you to take a look at this expression on the screen, multiculturalism. What springs to mind when you hear the word multiculturalism? Why are many people afraid of multiculturalism? What problems does multiculturalism bring to a country? Where in the world do you think multiculturalism works best? Is multiculturalism good for world peace and understanding? I would like you to pause this video lesson, think about these questions, and try to answer them in your notebook. Have you ever heard of these two expressions, melting pot, salad bowl? What is the difference between them when we think about different cultures living together? If you don't know, read the explanation. Melting pot is a society in which different cultures melt together towards a common homogeneous culture, usually by assimilation. And salad bowl is a society in which different cultures are integrated while maintaining their different cultural identities. Try to answer the following question. Is it better to promote a melting pot or a salad bowl form of multiculturalism? Pause the video lesson, think about this problem, and answer the question in your notebook. We are going to watch a video to explore this topic further. I would like you to pause this video lesson, scan the QR code, or type this link into your browser. While watching the video for the first time, I would like you to answer the following question. Which topics are discussed in the video? Racism, benefits of cultural diversity, cultural prejudice, xenophobia, embracing diversity. So pause the video lesson and watch the video. Let's check. Racism, cultural prejudice, and xenophobia are discussed in this video. Well done. Now I would like you to watch the video for the second time. Again, scan the QR code or type the link into your browser. While watching, I would like you to think about these questions. How many migrants are there in the world? What is Harmony Day? What are the factors that lead to cultural prejudice? What are the ways of expressing prejudice? And what is the difference between explicit and implicit racism? Pause the video lesson and watch the video for the second time. Let's check the answers. There are about 1 billion migrants in the world. Harmony Day is celebrated in Australia on the 21st of March every year, and it aims to grow inclusiveness, respect, and a sense of belonging for everyone. The factors that lead to cultural prejudice are cultural insensitivity and lack of awareness, work ethic and approach to completing tasks, decision-making styles, and different verbal and nonverbal communication styles. The ways of expressing prejudice are xenophobia, ethnocentrism, and racism. And the difference between explicit and implicit racism is the following. Explicit racism is negative behavior towards members of a particular cultural group that is overt and intentional in nature, while implicit racism is covert and often unconscious or concealed. Well done. In the video, you heard the explanation of explicit and implicit racism. Now it's your turn. Read the following statements and try to decide whether they belong to explicit or implicit racism. Pause the video lesson and do the task in your notebook. Now let's analyze. What belongs to explicit racism? Openly talking negatively about particular races, actions of hate groups, and racial slurs or usage of derogatory terms. Implicit racism, police pulling drivers over due to their skin color, dismissing job applicants based on foreign-sounding name, people mistrusting those who look different than them. Well done. This is your first task. Take a look at this question. How can we acknowledge and celebrate cultural diversity in our school community? What can we do? Your task is to develop a plan for a Cultural Diversity Day at your school. Try to create a range of activities that will include all minority cultural groups in the school community. Then present your plan to your friends. Good luck. Your next task is to write a for and against essay. This will be your topic. In many countries around the world, different cultures live side by side. Some people claim this benefits those societies, while others disagree and say this causes huge problems. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. This is the writing checklist that will help you to write your essay. Your essay must have 200 to 250 words. You need to use a clear paragraph structure, full paragraphs. You have to write something in general about the topic and introduce both sides of the topic in the introduction. You need to present both sides of the topic and support them with arguments, explanations, justifications, examples. You need to summarize the arguments and give your own opinion in the conclusion. You need to use linkers appropriately and topic sentences to introduce both sides of the topic. And make sure to check your spelling and grammar when you finish your essay. Good luck! This is the final task that will help you to reflect on our today's lesson. You will pause this video lesson and answer these questions in your notebook. What did you learn today that you didn't know before? In your own words, explain the importance of today's lesson. And the last question, how can today's lesson be applied to the real world. This is the end of our today's lesson. Thank you for taking part. Goodbye.